the one thing that we've done that's been able to help our agency grow to the level that it's at today. And really, what it is our ability to get clients on a consistent basis without having to chase them down. And I've developed a pretty unique mechanism to do that I'm going to be sharing with you guys today, because that's really the number one thing. And so I'm really excited to share. You know, as it relates to running a digital marketing agency, which all of you guys are doing or attempting to do or planning to do in the weeks, months, and years to follow, there's some challenges. And one of the biggest is most of the teaching out there teaches you to chase the prospects down, teaches you to cold call, teaches you to drop in at their office. And that is a way to get clients. But what often happens is you have to chase every client. And when you chase a client, what inevitably happens is when they raise their hand and they say, yeah, I'll listen to what you have to say, there's usually a hard sell that ensues because you broke their preoccupation. They weren't necessarily interested in dealing with you personally, so you had to say, look, here's what I do, here's why I'm different, here's the great results I'm going to get for you, but their guard is up, and there's a really strong hard sell that takes place. What ultimately happens is you wind up with an empty calendar, right? You don't have enough appointments because you have to chase, and that's a lot of work. And we know we have to have appointments, we have to do strategy sessions in order to land clients. And we don't generate enough sales. We don't generate enough income to provide for our lifestyle needs, to grow our business and take things to the next level. That's the big challenge that we're facing in the digital marketing agency world. And the fact is, if you don't figure out a way to consistently land clients, there's no way you're going to succeed, right? You're going to wind up having to fold up shop, file bankruptcy, or probably worse for all of us, me personally as well, have to go back and get a regular job, right? That's the end outcome that nobody wants. And I kind of share my story and kind of my experience with this. I started my first internet marketing agency. It was really a web design company back in 2004. Right out of high school, I decided, man, I'm going to build a marketing agency, right? I'm going to make websites. I'm going to host websites. And I can tell you that business failed. I worked 40, 60 hours every single week. I hustled, and it seemed like no matter what I could do, I would only land like 4 or 5 clients, which isn't that bad. But if your model's wrong, which mine was, I was charging $1,000 to build a website and then $50 a month to host it. So $5,000 a month, if you didn't have any expenses, is pretty good. But as a foolish young man, I spent all that money marketing the company and doing other things. And so for a period of about 3 or 4 years, I was working 40, 60 hours a week and making no money, really just chasing my tail. And what's worse is in order to get this business off the ground, I borrowed $10,000 from my dad. Now, I'm from a missionary family. I lived in Haiti the first 9 years of my life. I have 3 older sisters. So to borrow $10,000 from a missionary is like asking for over $100,000. But he gave me the money. I don't know where he got the money. He gave me the money. I went through this process and totally failed. By the time I finished college, I was engaged to be married to my current wife. I realized I needed to make some money in order to pay the bills and live on our own and do all that fun stuff. So it was a very painful experience to go to my dad and say, hey, this didn't work, you know. I'm not going to be able to repay that money. As a matter of fact, I'm shutting the business down. So after a couple years and this kind of painful process of having failed in my first attempt at internet marketing, I realized I did want to make this work. And I was a big student of, Robert Kiyosaki. You guys are familiar with Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and T. Harv Eker, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. How many of you guys have read that? Amazing book. One of the powerful insights from that book was, as you build a business, you don't have to go into business on your own right away. Right? One of the best plays is to get in the corridor, working somewhere. And there was a company that was just crushing at the time. They're called Reach Local. Any of you guys familiar with Reach Local? A big pay-per-click management company, publicly traded for a while. So I was like, what a great opportunity. Why don't I go work for them and I can figure some things out? So I spent about 1.5 years at Reach Local selling internet marketing services, mostly pay-per-click, and did really well. I earned an income to pay my bills. I figured a lot of things out, which I'll share with you guys. And one of the biggest things was small businesses will gladly pay $1,000 to $5,000 per month for internet marketing that works. And I did not believe that prior to working at this company. Like in my mind, the most anyone would pay for this type of stuff might be $500 a month. And if I get someone to pay me $500 a month, that would be a wild stretch. Well, in my time at Reach Local, I saw thousands of sales reps selling 5, 6, 7 clients every single month for $1,000 to $5,000 per month. You're exactly the kind of guys that William was talking about earlier today. Plumbers, roofers, HVAC contractors. So I learned that. I discovered that. They're willing to pay. And that mind shift made a big difference for me. The other thing was charging a monthly residual, right? Actually making sure you're getting paid every single month by the same client instead of just getting a one-time payment. So after being there for about a year, working really hard, selling clients, I started to get frustrated because what I was selling didn't work, right? As a rep at Reach Local, your responsibility is to pound the pavement, make calls, sit in networking meetings, get sales appointments with prospects, sell them, and then you have to retain the relationship. So you need to meet with them every month and review the call data and show them, hey, look, you spent $3,000 and you generated X amount of calls. Well, that turned out to be a pretty painful experience because if any of you guys have competed against Reach Local, they're not very good at what they do. Just to be quite frank, they very rarely had a positive return on investment, and it was extremely frustrating. So I took what I learned and decided, all right, let's give this another whirl. So back in 2011, I started my current agency. It's called Plumbing and HVAC SEO. Grew it to 7 figures over about a 2-year period. And currently, we're at $370,000 a month in recurring revenue. I've got a team of 30 full-time employees. We do about $4 million per year. I think we're going to do 5 this year. And I guess the whole point of what I'm sharing here is that I wasn't always at that level. There was a period of time where I did not know whether I would be successful, where I truly just believed in my heart of hearts, I wasn't made to be an entrepreneur. I don't know how to do this stuff, but I learned what needed to be learned. A couple things, and I'm just going to rattle these off real quick. One specific niche, monthly recurring revenue at a fee greater than $1,000 per month. Those were the game-change business model things that helped us grow. And so for the last 3 years in a row, we made the Inc. 5000 list, the fastest growing companies in the United States. This is a picture of our staff. We got a real bricks and mortar company based in Miami, Florida. We try to make it a fun office environment, so there's kind of cutouts all over the office. It's vibrant green colors. We have a mostly millennial staff. So if you're ever in South Florida, we'd love to have you come by and check it out. And that's just a photo of me and my business partner at the Inc. 5000 Gala 3 years ago when we first won. And I have a passion for this internet marketing stuff. I have a passion for getting results. And so I'd love to share, right? I think Chris said earlier today, you only really learn something once you've learned it, applied it, and then you start to teach others about it. And so that's why I like to share this information. I've had the opportunity to work with lots of digital marketing agency owners and help them get their businesses to the next level. But I think the biggest thing that helped us grow and accelerate the growth of our company to that Inc. 5000 status, more than anything else, was a shift from chasing prospects down to getting customers to come to us pre-positioned to buy. Because when I was at Reach Local, that was the only play. It was you cold call, you sit in BNI meetings, you try and find networking opportunities, and you can get business like that, but it's a lot of work, right? There's no sustainability to it. And what I noticed was the top representatives there were targeting specific verticals, and they were putting out some content that made people come to them. And so that's what I want to share with you guys, how to shift the positioning and get the customers to come to you. Because what happens is, when you get this right, again, the customers will line up, and they're coming to you as opposed to you having to chase them down. The sales resistance goes away. They were exposed to your content. They saw you as the expert. They came to you. Do you think that there's less sales resistance in that scenario than if you cold called them and forced them to take 2 minutes to talk with you about what you can do? Absolutely. So when you get this figured out, you're going to have plenty of appointments. You're going to have momentum and consistent growth within your digital marketing agency. And ultimately, you're going to have success. Right? I think this is the critical factor that's going to determine success or failure in your digital marketing agency. And to me, success means that you've got a business that provides for your lifestyle needs and gives you the freedom to do what you want to do. Really, the objective and this might seem like a low bar, is about 4 to 5 clients per month. It takes about 15 to 20 qualified strategy sessions every month with people that are interested and open to what you have to say. If you're charging about $1,000 to $2,000 per month, that's $83,000 a month in monthly residual, which makes you a 7-figure digital marketing agency. Bottom line, if you can land 5 clients per month and earn an average of $1,350 per month, you can get to 7 figures in 1 year. And if you're a little slower than that, 2 years. Does that sound pretty good to everybody? So, my mission for what I do is to help move as many to the level of significance, which is 7 figures, as quickly as possible. And really, I find there's really 5 steps: startup, struggle, scale, success, and significance. And the reason I think significance is important is because I've seen the impact that it can have on your life and the impact it's had on my life. I've got 2 kids, and we have the opportunity to travel. We travel at least once a month. We go on a cruise, we go to the beach, we stay at a nice resort. I have the financial abundance to live my desired lifestyle, which, call a little materialistic, and I'm not the guy behind the Ferrari, but I was able to buy my dream home for my family. I'm able to put my kids in the best private school in the area. I'm able to do the things I really want to do. And that's what I want for you. And really, I think it's really important that you're clear on your why, because if you understand why you want to get to a significant level, you'll do the work, you'll make the calls, you'll do the positioning, which ultimately will get you to that next level. And more important, really, than the material stuff, is the freedom and the impact, right? Because once you get to 7 figures, there's a couple things that have to happen. You have to build a team, right? And you have to build a team and give them a career track and train them and develop them. You're impacting their lives. You have to serve a lot of clients, right? And they're only going to stay with you if they're getting great results. So you're having an impact. You're seeing their businesses grow. You're seeing them take their businesses to the next level. And so that's what I want for all of you. I want you all to get that to that next level. So what's the key to get clients coming to you on a consistent basis? When it comes to landing clients for your digital marketing agency, really there's only a finite number of ways. There's cold outreach, right, which is what often we have to start with. Sending cold emails, doing drop-ins, making cold calls, and there's some ways to do that in a leveraged way. There's marketed lead generation, running Facebook ads, doing pay-per-click advertising, maybe doing direct mail, marketed leads. There's associations and speaking opportunities, like finding your niche, being at their association meetings, finding opportunities to speak where they meet, extremely powerful. And then there's JVs, joint ventures, finding people that already sell to the client you want to serve, aligning with them, finding a strategic reason for them to refer you. Very powerful. I know lots of agencies, they grew their business to 7 figures on any one of these key strategies. And the last in my mind is inbound marketing. That's putting out great content, positioning yourself as the expert, and getting the customers to come to you. These are all powerful ways to land clients. The fact is, if you can get good at 2 of these, just 2, you'll have enough leads and enough opportunity to grow your business on a consistent basis and ultimately get to a place of significance.
Well, I hope you got great value from that video. If you'd like more ideas, strategies, and techniques on how to really grow and scale your digital marketing agency, I'd like to invite you to join me. I run a free group on Facebook called Local Marketing Agency Success. And there I just share my best ideas and strategies on how to land clients on a consistent basis, how to serve them and really knock it out of the park for them, and how to retain your clients at the highest level possible. So would love to have you join us there. To get there, you can just type in 7figureagency.com/group. That's 7figureagency.com/group. It'll take you to the Facebook group, and I'll get you added right away. Look forward to seeing you in there. Talk to you soon.